Hello students, today we shall learn to place irrational numbers root 2, root 5 and minus root 11 on a number line. Okay, first we place root 2 and then we will place root 5 and minus root 11 as well. Okay, let us place root 2 first on this number line. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3 and so on, continues, isn't it? So to place root 2 on this number line, first we should know Pythagoras theorem. H square equal to p square plus b square. This is Pythagoras theorem, isn't it? Hypotenuse square equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Okay, so to place root 2 on this number line, we should keep in mind that hypotenuse should be equal to root 2. Okay, the value of hypotenuse should be root 2. To place root 2 on this number line, we should have hypotenuse equal to root 2. And we should also keep in mind that perpendicular is always equal to 1 for every case. Okay, perpendicular is always equal to 1. Now our main task is to find base, isn't it? So we do not have base. Base is question mark. We will find base applying this Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so h square, isn't it? H square. So we have h as root 2. We put root 2 in place of h, root 2. So this square we write here equal to perpendicular. We have perpendicular as 1. So perpendicular square means 1 square. Perpendicular is 1. So we have square here. We put a square. Plus we write here. Base we do not know the value. So we write as it is base square. B square. Okay. So root 2 square is 2. We know that root 2 square is 2. Root 3 square is 3. Root x square is x, isn't it? So root 2 square is 2 equal to 1 square is 1. 1 ones are 1, isn't it? Plus b square we write here. Or this 2 is already in the left hand side, so we keep here as it is. Plus 1 we take to the left hand side, becomes minus 1 equal to b square, isn't it? Or 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, we bring this square to the left hand side, becomes root under equal to b, isn't it? Therefore we got b equal to 1, isn't it? Root under 1 means 1. Okay, so we found base as 1. To place root 2, we should have hypotenuse as root 2, and when hypotenuse is root 2 and perpendicular is 1, we got base as 1, isn't it? Now base we consider 0 to 1. Okay, we take 1 unit as base, so this is base b. Base is 1, isn't it? We got base is 1, so 0 to 1 is base. Now we draw a perpendicular line from this point. Okay, so we can use compass as well. Right now I'm using protector. So this is 90 degrees, isn't it? 90 degree. Now using scale we can draw perpendicular line here. Okay, so this is perpendicular to the baseline. So this is 90 degrees, isn't it? We got base as 1 unit. 0 to 1 means 1 unit as base. So we have perpendicular is also 1 unit, isn't it? Perpendicular is 1. So we take the same length of base here. Okay, and we mark this point. The same length, 0 to 1, the same length we mark here, because we have perpendicular is also 1 unit, isn't it? Base is 1 and perpendicular is 1. Now suppose this is O, this is A, and this is B. Okay, O, A, B. Now we join O and B using scale. Okay, O and B are joined using scale. So we can see right angle triangle OAB, right angled at A, and OB is the hypotenuse, isn't it? When base is 1, okay, base is 1 and perpendicular is 1, when perpendicular is 1 and base is 1, we got hypotenuse as root 2, isn't it? So this is hypotenuse, OB is the hypotenuse, so this is root 2, isn't it? Length of OB is root 2. Now we got OB as root 2. What we do now is we take a compass, we place the needle of the compass at the point O and pencil at the point B, okay, like this. Needle of the compass at O and pencil at the point B. Now we draw an arc here, arc, okay. From this point we draw arc here and mark here, mark here. So OB and O to this point is same length, okay. This length and this length is same, so this becomes root 2. So I hope you got how to place root 2 on a number line. Now let us place root 5 and minus root 11. Okay, now let us place root 5 on this number line, okay. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, and so on, isn't it? So we know Pythagoras theorem, h square equal to perpendicular square plus base square, isn't it? So to place root 5 on this number line, we should have hypotenuse equal to root 5, okay. Hypotenuse should be equal to root 5, and perpendicular is always equal to 1 for every case, okay. Perpendicular is always equal to 1. So our main task is to find base. Base is unknown to us, so we put a question mark. So applying this Pythagoras theorem, we find base first, okay. So h is root 5, so root 5 square, okay, equal to, this equal to, we write here, perpendicular square, p is 1, isn't it? Perpendicular is 1, so p square, we write square here, plus base square, we do not know base, we write as it is, base square. Root 5 square is 5, isn't it? Equal to 1 square is 1 plus b square, we write here. Or this 5 we have here, we bring this plus 1 to the left hand side, becomes minus 1 equal to b square, isn't it? Or 5 minus 1 is 4. 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay, now we bring this square to the left hand side, becomes root under equal to b, or b equal to, this b we write here, okay, b equal to root 4 means 2, isn't it? 2 2s are 4, so root under 4 means 2. So we have base as 2, okay. To place root 5 on this number line, we should take 2 units as base, okay. We should take 2 units as base. This is 1, this is 2. 2 units as base, okay. From here to here, this is taken as base, okay. Now we draw a perpendicular line perpendicular to this baseline using protector or compass. So this is 90 degree, okay. Using scale, we join this, so this is perpendicular. Now base is 2 unit, base is 2 unit, b is 2, but perpendicular is 1 unit, isn't it? So we take 0 to 1 or 1 to 2, same length, isn't it? 0 to 1 and 1 to 2, same length. So we take 0 to 1 or 1 to 2. This length 0 to 1 here, okay, we mark here. So this is 1 unit. From this point to this point is 1 unit. This is 90 degree. Now suppose this is O, this is A, and this is B, okay. Base is taken as 2 unit, 0 to 2, and perpendicular AB is 1 unit, okay. Now we join O and B using scale. So these 2 points are joined. We have right angle triangle OAB, whose base OA is 2 unit, okay. Base is OA, OA is 2 unit, base is 2 unit, base is 2 unit, OA is 2 unit. Perpendicular is AB, perpendicular is 1 unit, okay. Perpendicular is 1 unit, B is 1 unit. Now OB is the hypotenuse. So if base is 2 and perpendicular is 1, if base is 2 and perpendicular is 1, hypotenuse is root 5, isn't it? So this is root 5. this is root 5. Okay, I hope you got this. Length of this hypotenuse is root 5. Now what we do is we take a compass and place the needle of the compass at the point O and tip of the pencil at the point B. Okay, and then draw an arc here like this, because OB is the length of the hypotenuse, which is equal to root 5, isn't it? So we draw arc here and mark this point. So this is root 5. O to B, the length from O to B is equal to O to this point, isn't it? So this is root 5. Okay, this point is root 5. I hope you got this. Now let us place minus root 11 on number line. Okay, now let us place minus root 11 on this number line. Okay, so we know Pythagoras theorem, h square equal to p square plus b square. Hypotenuse square equal to perpendicular square plus base square, isn't it? So to place root 11 on this number line, we should have hypotenuse equal to root 11. Okay, hypotenuse should be equal to root 11 because we are placing root 11 on this number line. And we know that perpendicular should always be equal to 1. Perpendicular is 1. Now our main task is to find base, isn't it? So applying this Pythagoras theorem, we find base. Okay, so h square, h means root 11 squared. Okay, h squared, isn't it? So we write square here, equal to this, equal to we write here perpendicular square, p is 1, so this square we write here, plus base square, or root 11 square is 11, isn't it? 1 squared is 1 plus base square, or 11 we have here, we bring this plus 1 to the left hand side, becomes minus 1 equal to base square. 11 minus 1 is 10. Okay, 11 minus 1 is 10. This square we bring to the left hand side, root under 10 equal to base. So we have base as root 10, but we cannot take root 10 as base here. So what we do, if base comes in root number like this, what we do is we take this base as hypotenuse. Okay, now we consider this base as hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is root 10. Okay, this is second case. If base comes the number like this, root number, we take this base as hypotenuse. Okay, and perpendicular is always equal to 1. Now we find base again, base. So applying Pythagoras theorem, h square equal to p square plus b square. So h is root 10 h square equal to p square, p is 1, perpendicular is 1, p square plus base square, base is question mark, so base square, or root 10 square is 10 equal to 1 squared is 1 plus b squared, or this 10 we write here, we bring this plus 1 to the left hand side, becomes minus 1 equal to base square, or 10 minus 1 is 9 equal to base square. Now we take this square to the left hand side, becomes root under. Okay, when we bring this square to the left hand side, becomes root under, or base equal to root under 9 means 3, isn't it? Base equal to root under 9 means 3. Okay, base equal to 3. So first we take base as 3 unit. Okay, so this is 0. Oh, minus, isn't it? Minus root 11. So this is 0, this is minus 1, this is minus 2, and this is minus 3. So this is 3 unit, 1, 2, and 3. This is base. From this point to this point is base. Okay, now what we do, we draw a perpendicular line perpendicular to this baseline. Okay, using protractor or compass, we mark 90 degree here, so this becomes perpendicular. Using scale, we draw this perpendicular line. Now this is 90 degree. So base is 3 units and perpendicular should be equal to always 1 unit, isn't it? So this is 1 unit, this is 1 unit, perpendicular should be equal to 1 unit. So this is perpendicular. Okay, this point to this point is perpendicular, this point to this point is perpendicular. Okay, now suppose this is O and this is A and this is B. Okay, this is O, this is A and this is B. We join B and O using scale. Okay, so this is 3 units long base, perpendicular is 1 unit, this is 1 unit, this is 3 unit, 1, 2 and 3, isn't it? So what is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse, when base is 3 units long, when base is 3 units long and perpendicular is 1 unit long, hypotenuse is root 10. This is hypotenuse, this is root 10, this is root 10. Okay, root 10. Now we draw another perpendicular line perpendicular to this OB. Okay, perpendicular to OB. Using protector, we draw another perpendicular line perpendicular to OB. Okay, using scale we join this. Now this is 90 degree. This line is perpendicular to this line. Okay, so OB will become base and this becomes perpendicular. So this is again perpendicular is again 1 unit, isn't it? Perpendicular is 1 unit. So we mark 1 here. Okay, we mark 1 here. This is 1. Now using scale, so this is O, this is B and this is C. Okay, using scale and pencil we join O and C. We join O and C. Now in right angle triangle OBC, you can see another right angle triangle. Base is root 10, perpendicular is 1. Base is root 10 and perpendicular is 1, isn't it? When base is root 10 and perpendicular is 1, hypotenuse is root 11, which means OC is root 11, isn't it? OC is root 11. Okay, now what we do is we place the needle of the compass at the point O and tip of the pencil at the point C and draw an arc like this. Okay, when we draw arc, the arc touches this point. Okay, so this point is minus root 11. Okay, 0 to this point is minus root 11 because this length is same as OC. Okay, I hope you got this. Thank you so much. Stay connected and practice well. Okay, I'll upload more of the questions like this in future.